Have you ever looked around at your friends, your neighbors, or even your own reflection and asked yourself, why do some people stay sharp and strong after 80, while others seem to fade so fast? Here's the truth. Aging doesn't look the same for everyone. Some folks start slowing down, give up certain movements, and quietly accept the limits of age. But others, they keep doing things most 80-year-olds can't. And that is exactly what we're going to explore in this video. If you can still do just a few of the things I'm about to list, you're not just lucky. You're living proof of what scientists call reverse aging. Your body is still holding on to abilities that are directly tied to a healthy, independent, and longer life. This isn't magic. These are real measurable signs of physical and mental resilience. Sounds simple, right? But here's the catch. Many people start losing these skills quietly without noticing. Until one day, getting up from a chair suddenly feels like a challenge, or carrying a grocery bag sparks back pain and shaky hands. In this first part, I'm going to walk you through 4 specific things that most people over 80 can't do anymore. And if you're still able to do even a couple of them, you're already ahead of the curve. Let's dive in. Number 1. Standing up from a chair without using your hands. Sounds easy, right? But this is actually one of the most simple and most telling tests of physical strength in old age. If you can stand up from a chair without using your hands, it means your leg muscles, core strength, balance, and coordination are still working smoothly. It's not just about power, it's a sign of independence. A lot of people over 80 start needing to push off with their hands, grab the armrest, or lean on a table to get up. At first, it's just a little push, but over time, they rely more and more on their hands and slowly lose the natural ability to move on their own. Take Margaret from Chicago. She's 82. One day, she noticed she always needed to grab the table just to stand up. She didn't think much of it until she fell getting out of bed. That was a wake-up call. After the fall, she committed to doing just 10 minutes a day of leg lifts and slow squats. Within a few weeks, she could stand up tall, no hands, and smile like she did in her younger days. Want to try it yourself? Sit in a chair, cross your arms over your chest, and try standing up without using your hands. If you can do it, congrats. You're part of the rare group over 80 who still have what's called functional power, the strength to move independently. And if it's hard for you, don't worry. Just start with 5 hands-free stand-ups every morning. Even doing just 1 a day is a powerful first step. Number 2, power walking without getting tired. Can you walk fast like you're rushing to catch a bus without feeling winded, dizzy, or exhausted? Being able to power walk at 80 is one of the clearest signs you're aging in reverse. Why? Because your walking speed reflects the health of your heart, lungs, energy levels, and your body's overall balance. Studies show that older adults who maintain a brisk walking pace tend to live longer and deal with fewer chronic illnesses. It's not just about how you move, it's a window into how efficiently your entire body is running. Take Thomas, 79, from Seattle. He used to be super active, but lately his walking had slowed down. He thought, maybe I'm just being cautious. Then one day while walking around the block, he had to stop midway just to catch his breath. That's when it hit him. Something had to change. So he started small, walking a little faster to the mailbox, then around the corner, then 2 blocks. After a month, he was walking quicker and feeling more confident every step of the way. You can test this right now. Walk 10 to 20 feet at a brisk pace like you're late and see how you feel. If you're still moving fast and steady, you're holding onto a skill many folks over 80 have already lost. And if it feels tough, that's your cue to start training. Fast walking doesn't just help you live longer, it helps you feel more alive. Number 3. Balancing on 1 foot for 10 seconds. Can you stand on 1 foot without holding on to anything for at least 10 seconds? It might sound like a kid's game, but this is actually a powerful test of your nervous system, inner ear vision, and muscle coordination. When any one of those systems starts to weaken, balance is usually the first thing to go. So if you can still do this after 80, you're aging in reverse. Caroline, 81, from Boston, is a perfect example. One morning while brushing her teeth, she realized she had to lean hard on the sink just to stay steady. That moment scared her more than any doctor's visit ever had. From that day on, she practiced every morning, balancing on one foot, lightly touching the wall. After a few weeks, she didn't need the wall anymore, but more importantly, she felt confident every time she walked. Here's why this matters. Falls are the #1 cause of serious injury in older adults, but good balance. That means your nervous system, reflexes, and eyesight are still sharp. Try it right now. Stand near a table or wall for safety. Lift one foot a few inches off the ground and hold it for 10 seconds. If you can do it, you're doing better than most people your age. Number 4, sitting down on the floor and getting back up without help. This one's the full body test. Can you sit down on the floor and then get back up without anyone helping you? If you can, you've got something incredibly rare for someone over 80, a combo of leg strength, core power, upper body control, flexibility, and coordination. It's one of the clearest signs that your body is still intact, functioning just the way it should. Take George, 83, from Dallas. One afternoon, his granddaughter asked him to play a board game on the carpet. He hesitated, not because he didn't want to, but because he was afraid he wouldn't be able to get up afterward. That thought hit him hard. A few days later, he started training light squats, practicing getting up from kneeling beside the bed. Within weeks, he wasn't just getting up. He felt proud that he pushed past his limits. You can try this right now. Slowly sit down on the floor, then try standing up without grabbing onto furniture or needing someone to lift you. If you can do that, your body still remembers how to move naturally and efficiently. And if it's tough, no worries. Start small. Practice squats, kneeling, and standing beside the bed 5 times a day. That's a journey worth starting today. Number 5, carrying a grocery bag without struggling. Can you carry a full shopping bag without back pain, shaky hands, or needing to stop halfway? It might sound like no big deal, but this is actually one of the clearest signs that your body is still functioning well. At 80, if you can do this comfortably, you're not just strong, you're aging in reverse. As we get older, muscle mass in the shoulders, back, and arms naturally starts to decline. That's why even simple tasks like carrying a bag can turn into a challenge. But if you can still lift that bag without leaning to one side, without wincing, and without taking a break, congrats. You're holding on to something incredibly valuable, functional strength. Let's talk about Charles, 80, from San Francisco. He had this old school rule since he was young: carry everything in one trip. But one day, he found himself stopping on the stairs to catch his breath. That moment shook him. Instead of giving in, he took action, squeezing a tennis ball daily to strengthen his grip, lifting light weights, and doing wall push-ups. 1 month later, he was carrying bags up to his apartment without breaking a sweat. His confidence came back, but more importantly, he regained his sense of independence. Want to test yourself? Pick up a moderately heavy bag and walk a few steps. If you can do it without leaning or stopping, that means your arms, back, lungs, and heart are all working together just right. If it's tough, start small. Squeeze a tennis ball for 5 minutes, lift a water bottle, and slowly increase the weight over time. Your body will thank you for it. Number 6, climbing a flight of stairs without stopping. Can you climb one full flight of stairs, around 10 to 12 steps, without stopping to catch your breath or grabbing the handrail? If you can, you're doing something most people over 80 can no longer do. Stair climbing is one of the truest tests of heart health, lung capacity, leg strength, and total body coordination. There's no faking it. You either can or you can't. Each step is like a quiet conversation between your body and gravity. And if you're still winning that conversation, it means your heart's pumping strong, your lungs are working efficiently, and your muscles are firing in sync. Take Dorothy, 82, from New York. After a small stumble, she started avoiding stairs altogether, always taking the elevator. But then she went to visit her daughter who lived in a walk-up, no elevator, and the bathroom upstairs. Dorothy started up the stairs and had to stop halfway, completely out of breath. The embarrassment hit her hard, so the next day she made a change. She started training 3 steps, then 5, then the whole flight. She practiced breathing evenly, keeping her heart steady. A few weeks later, she could climb without stopping. And more than that, she felt proud. If you can climb a full flight of stairs without stopping, you're holding on to one of the most important signs of healthy aging. And if it feels tough, that's okay. Start small, 3 steps a day, use the handrail if needed, and slowly build up. This isn't just a test, it's a chance to reclaim something you thought was gone. Number 7. Clearly remembering recent conversations. Can you still remember what you had for dinner last night? Or what you talked about with a friend last week? A lot of people assume forgetfulness is just part of getting older. But if you're still holding on to those small details, your brain is doing better than most of your peers. That's a powerful sign of a sharp mind and a slower aging process. Memory isn't just about recalling facts. It reflects blood flow to the brain, neural activity, focus, and overall mental clarity. In other words, if you still remember things, your nervous system is still firing on all cylinders. Take Edward, 84, from Los Angeles. He's not a big talker, but he remembers birthdays, old addresses, and even the names of classmates from 70 years ago. When asked his secret, he just smiled and said, "I stay curious. I read, I talk to people, and I never stop learning." Memory is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Reading, playing chess, solving puzzles, journaling, even retelling stories from your day. These are all great brain workouts. And if you're doing any of these, you're holding on to a quiet superpower. Want to test it? Try this. Think back to what you ate last night, or the last time you called a relative. If it comes to you quickly, amazing. If not, no problem. Start training. Jot things down. Play memory games, or just talk to yourself at the end of the day and walk back through what happened. Your brain will thank you. Number 8. Waking up, feeling refreshed. Last one, do you often wake up feeling clear-headed, light and ready to start the day? It sounds simple, but this might be one of the strongest signs your body still knows how to heal itself. Deep restorative sleep is when your immune system reboots, your brain clears out mental clutter, and your entire body resets. As we age, sleep often becomes lighter, harder to fall into, or full of middle-of-the-night interruptions. But if you're still waking up rested and alert, your body is sending a clear signal: I'm still recovering. I'm still strong. Grace, 86, from Miami, is living proof. For a while, she'd wake up tired and need naps just to get through the day. Doctors couldn't find anything major. So she made some small changes, turned off the TV after dinner, dimmed the lights before bed, and let natural light in through the curtains each morning. Just 2 weeks later, she was sleeping more deeply, dreaming less. And most importantly, her mind felt sharper again. If you're getting 6 to 8 hours of good sleep without waking up constantly, and you wake up feeling refreshed, you've preserved one of your body's most vital recovery tools. If not, start simple. Keep a regular bedtime. Avoid screens an hour before sleep and keep your room cool and dark around 65 to 68 degrees F. And now that you've heard all 8 abilities, take a minute to reflect. These aren't just random checkboxes. They're markers on the timeline of your life. Can you still stand up without using your hands? Walk fast without getting tired? Remember what you had for dinner last night? Climb stairs? carry groceries, or sleep through the night with ease? If the answer is yes to any of these, congratulations. You're not just surviving after 80, you're thriving in a way many only dream about. You're literally reversing the aging process. And if there are a few things you can't do anymore, don't be discouraged. Noticing the change is the first step toward taking it back. Strength can be rebuilt, balance can be improved, memory can be sharpened, and restful sleep that can absolutely return if you stay consistent. You're still here, you can change, and every single day is a new chance to live more actively, more freely, and more fully. Remember, this aging is real, but giving up, that's a choice. How you choose to live, what you choose to train, what you choose to believe about your body's ability to bounce back, all of that is your power. If you want to keep walking this path with us, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone you care about, especially someone who could use a little spark of motivation today. We've got a lot more to explore together. Drop a comment below. How many of these 8 can you still do, and which one will you start working on